Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode. I do apologize that again this one is late from last month. I will be posting August this month guaranteed. I finally got a little bit of time off, so I have time to catch up on my editing. I do apologize again. Things have been really hectic at work for those of you who know what's been happening, but that's all I'll say on that matter. So this is just a really delayed update on the July spread. I really hope you enjoy it. Let's get stuck into it, okay? So starting off with our title page as always, and this month on the left hand side I've decided to go with like a calligraphy kind of font and just sticking with a green theme this month. Now the title page, my quote for this month is, "Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it." And this is from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. This is a very classic 80s movie. For anyone that hasn't seen it, I would highly recommend. It's a really good doozy on just school life and someone skipping school to an enormously majestic extent, really. The trials and errors that he goes through in order to skip a day of school, really. And just on the right hand side there, I've got my title page, and that's just some leafy greens, and that will be the theme for this month. Continuing with my cursive font throughout the entire spread, I'm just doing up my monthly spread for the month, and putting in some nice decorative leaves along the edges, and of course my little notes section just down the bottom there. And this being the 7th month, I've got my 07 down in the bottom left hand corner. Now just because I decided to colour in the background for my July title, I did decide to rub out all of my pencil linings beforehand. And of course, as always, nothing is complete without a nice little drop shadow. And on to the next page. Here I have my habit and mood tracker. My mood tracker is on the right hand side, and currently just working on my habit tracker. I've just drawn out in my typical standard layout for my little mini monthly spreads, I suppose, and my little mini monthly layouts I've got for each individual habit that I want to track for the month, and I've just popped the title in the middle of the page just to shake it up a little bit. Now for my mood tracker, I did want to try something a little bit different, so I've decided to go with a circular mood tracker for this month, and just popped some nice green foliage around the outside as per usual. Now with my outlining, I'm sure some of you have already noticed, I try not to actually stick to the lines. I want it to look a little bit asymmetrical and off base, so I do make a point to colour it in first with where I wanted the leaf to actually be, and then when I do the outlining, just making sure it's a little bit off center. And on to the next page. Here I'm just doing my sleep and expense tracker. Again, for those of you who are just joining with us, my sleep and expense tracker are basically the same for the entire year. This is after a lot of trial and error I have done through the last few years of me bullet journaling, that this is the layout that works best for me and gives me the best overview when I'm looking back at it. So if you want a deeper little explanation on why I've chosen these two layouts for my expense and sleep tracker, just have a flick through my channel and find one of the earlier bullet journal spreads, and I explain it in a little bit more detail for you. Of course, these spreads always look a little bit dull and incomplete to start off with, but I can guarantee once I've gone through and filled it out for the month, it's a lot more colorful and it looks a lot more appealing to the eye. On to the next page. This time I have my monthly playlist and I've just popped in 6 little speech bubble things. I'm not really sure what to call them. I've just popped in 6 little sections here for me to pop in songs that I've really enjoyed from this month. And then just on the right hand side here, I've done something a little bit different and I've put in a how to draw tropical leaves. So these are just leaves and diagrams that I have used throughout my spread this month. Now, this is very similar to something that I've seen on another bullet journal page. Some people do these, some people don't, depending on the spread. I find these are quite fun just to like look back on when I'm going through my month. Plus, it's a nice little how-to for all of you guys. Now obviously first with number 1 for each of these designs, you're just starting off with your pencil sketch and you just want to get the overall shape of what you are after. The second one is of course the outline and the third is with colour. Now it's up to you if you want to draw the outline first and then colour it in. I of course, as I said before, prefer colouring it in and then going over with an outline that isn't exact to the shape that is the leaf. And onto the final page, I've just got one of my weekly spreads here just for the month and I've picked I haven't actually done that correctly, but I've gone back and fixed that up since having filmed this. I've just completely forgotten that the numbers will be different depending on the week that I choose. So I've gone back and corrected that since having filmed this. But I always leave that 1 page extra at the end just to make sure I've got another place for a weekly spread should I need it. And here's the flip through. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for joining me for this month. Again, I do apologize that this is a month late, but I will be getting back on track this month with my August spread, so do keep an eye out. I'll be posting that soon. I've just got to finish up editing for it. But I really hope you enjoyed it. Please comment down below if you have any ideas for any future spreads or themes that you would like to see. Bye.
Whenever your heart is broken, don't ever forget you're golden. I will find the light in your soul.